Good afternoon and welcome to Hometown Cable Tournament Basketball. We're in the Northeastern Clinton Central gym this afternoon. On Sunday, it's just a little after 2. As a matter of fact, it's 2:25. We've been waiting for an official. The two officials are Tim Leary and Kevin Hicks. I'm Bob Venn. To my right with the scorebook is Justin Castine. Calvin's on the camera, and we see in the blue, facing to our right, is Mooers against Rouses Point. They both lost the other night. Mooers lost to Shazy, and Rouses Point was defeated by Champlain on Friday night. This is a Sunday afternoon game because the bad weather last night. Calvin decided to call the game and postpone it. The weather was real treacherous, and we're having it here Sunday afternoon instead. And a long shot by Dragoon. Gary Dragoon is short. On the floor for Rouses Point, we see LeBombard, LeClaire, Bushy, Rivard, and Southwick. A long shot by LeClaire, no good. LeClaire had a great game the other night in losing to Champlain. Had some nice outside shots. Paul Rao up, no good. Taken down by Randy LeBombard, who had 23 rebounds the other night, along with 25 points, and was the player of the game in the first game when they lost to Champlain. Had an outstanding game. There's another, that's a steal. Lost the ball. It bounced over to LeClaire, up, no good. No score. We're 18:50 left in this, the first half of this semifinal. These are both losers in the first round. The winner will be third place, and the loser will be fourth. And a long shot outside by the other side. I got to learn my players here. Make that Greg Green, who had an outstanding game the other night, but out on fouls. He very aggressive ball player. I don't mean that derogatorily. Plays very, very hard, and he just got his first basket. Nice rebound up by Anktil. So it's 2-2. Make that 3-2. That was an outside shot previously by Green. A three-pointer by Green. LeBombard with the ball, loses the ball, picked up by Bushy over to Ron Rivard. Back to LeBombard, but it won't quite go over the rim. Long shot outside, it'll be only 2. Yes, it's 2 points. His toes were on the line, otherwise he would have had a three-pointer. The home on the scoreboard is Rouses Point. They have the brown shirts. That's Green with the long shot. Three-pointer. He's got a three-pointer for Greg Green. That's 2 for 2 for Greg. 17.5 left. There's a crowd of some 35 people here so far. It's a Sunday afternoon. We're competing against the NCAA, and Calvin advertised this on Channel 5. He had it on Hometown Cable, and it was in the paper this morning that the games had been postponed because of the very inclement weather. It's raining out right now, and it's not the best day in the world, but it's basketball weather. Down to Tim, nice Lambert, Dave Lambert, with a nice defensive move, knocked that ball out of bounds. It'll be Rouses Point with the brown shirts. Rivard taking it out. Anktil's going to try a three-pointer. No. Calling it off Lambert. Lambert wearing number 7. LeClaire. Big LeBombard outside instead of inside. Rivard another shot. Yes, another two-pointer. That's 2 in a row for Rivard, and the score is now 6-6. Just 2 baskets for Mooers. They're both three-pointers. Nice shot by Green again, and that's 8 points. He's got them all. 8-6 for Mooers. 16 and a little over 16.5 left. 2 more people coming in. Long outside shot, no good. Bounce knocked out by Bushy. Back to Rivard. Rivard looking for someone. Zone defense by Mooers. Foul is on Rob Musso, number 4, for the Mooers, wearing the blue shirts. No shooting foul because it takes at least 6 before you get to your first shot. That was the first foul of the ball game. Slow action right now. 8-6 for Mooers, who haven't touched the ball too much. LeBumbarb got the pass, but stepped on the line. It'll be Mooers. Lambert bringing the ball up. Green over here on our right, wearing number 11. Good outside shooter. Taking another one. Yes, that's 3. 3 for 3 from the three-point land, and he's got them all so far. It's Green 11, Rouses point 6. And this is the first game of the afternoon. It'll be Champlain and Shazy scheduled for about 4 or 4:30. But in between these two games, we'll have senior girls and graduates from Shazy against the graduates from NCCS to entertain us. And long shot by Lambert, no good. Rao, no. Now they're calling a foul on Bushy, number 3. Thank you. Just got a list of the numbers to go with these names that I have. Courtesy of Justin Castine here, who's keeping the score. Been easy so far. On one side, it's all Green, and on the other, it's Rivard with 2 baskets and Anktil with a basket. First shot by Gary Dragoon is no good. Gary had a good game the other night in Shazy. Tired a little bit in the latter part of the game. Mooers led most of the game, 10 to 12, 14 points. But in the last 3 minutes or so, Shazy put on a great rally and stole the ball several times and ended up a tie ball game. We'll get back to this game here. Out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be giving the ball out of bounds to Rouses Point. Rouses Point against Champlain was a close ball game. Outstanding game for both teams. 2 shots by Rouses Point. Can't find the hole. Down at on their end to our left. Green into Rao. Paul Rao up. No good. Rivard all by himself with 4 defensive ball players between he and the basket. He's not going to get any shot this time. Anktil driving, hit the underneath the backboard, out of bounds. Saved by Green all the way across, no good. It'll be Rouses Point. It's hard to remember that Rouses Point is Rouses Point with the brown shirts. We're used to blue with Rouses Point way back when they had the Rouses Point team. Mooers was always the maroon. These are shirts. A nice shot from outside. 2-pointer for Jim Anktil. That's his second basket. So right now it's 12-8. Mooers still leading. 14.5 minutes left. First half. First game of a doubleheader. Thank you for tuning in to Hometown Cable every night, and we hope you enjoy this third game of this Hometown Cable, sponsored this year by Woodmen of the World, your local fraternal organization throughout the area. And all of the proceeds, if any, left over after expenses will go to the Shazy and NCCS athletic organizations to help their coffers. Foul on Mooers. Jeff Lamberton, number 9. Shooting will be Randy LeBumbar, who had that great game on Friday night at Shazy. What a difference in the weather. Friday night was a gorgeous night, clear as a bell, and we had maybe 100 people at the game, and the crowd's still coming in here. So he makes one and misses one. 12-9. Another foul. Another foul on Lamberton, number 9. Jim Anktil to the line. Good rebounder. He had a lot of rebounds the other night also. Randy lining up with Dragoon on the far side this time. 2 of the bigger players on the floor tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. They missed them both. And they're sure missing him. And they missed that one. They're getting a lot of opportunities is Rouses Point, but they can't put it in the basket. 12-9. Mooers still leading. Mooers with 3 players on the bench, and Rouses Point has 5. A new player that didn't play the other night is Chad Van Heusen. He'll wear number 5. He'll be sitting on the bench, waiting to come in this ball game. That's Dragoon with a bounce pass into who he thought was going to be one of his members, but it went to LeBumbarb instead, and a bad foul across the arm by Lambert against Southwick. Steve Southwick hit hard going up for the reverse layup, but taken down hard by Dave Lambert. That's the fourth foul of the evening. Our scorekeeper Justin here doing very well. He's got both hands going on that scorebook. It's a problem. Steve with the first one is up and good. It's 12-10. There's 13 and just a little over 13 and a half minutes left, first half. Where in the first two games we had two cameras working, Sam and Calvin, because this did change. The schedule last night has changed. We only have the one camera in this. Dick Castine, who had the mic the other night, also did not make this game. We're taking a break right here with the score Mooers 12, Rouses Point 10.
With Agway Energy products, you'll get dependable automatic delivery and 24-hour emergency service, plus the convenience of low cash price, 30-day credit, or budget billing. Full heating system security plan, propane sales and service available. Call Agway Energy Products at 1-800-342-9103 or 561-2290 for details. We bring you experience and deliver peace of mind.
Have you driven a Riley Ford lately? Year after year, Riley Ford in Chazy has been selected as one of the nation's outstanding Ford dealerships and has received Ford Motor Company's Distinguished Achievement Award. The Distinguished Achievement Award is presented annually in recognition of progressive management, modern sales and service facilities, sound merchandising practices, high-quality standards, and continuing interest in rendering superior service to Ford owners. Come in today and visit the award-winning staff at Riley Ford, Route 9, Chazy, New York.
Are you ready for a totally tough tractor? Then you're ready for one of the new Cub Cadet lawn and garden tractors. Climb aboard, turn the key, point it in the right direction, then turn it loose and admire the results. A smooth, square-cut, manicured lawn that you'll be proud of. This is Gary Dragoon inviting you to stop by at Dragoon's Farm Equipment and Mooers to check out our full line of Cub Cadet power equipment. From our 3.5 horse walk behind to the 21 horse water-cooled 60-inch super garden tractor. At Dragoon's Farm Equipment, Route 11, Mooers, New York.
Yes, we're back in the ball game, and we were just talking with some of the fans and who mentioned that they thought that could have very easily been a two-shot foul down there when Lambert got Steve under the basket. He ended up getting two anyway, but he certainly was in the process of shooting. Musso with the ball and gives it over to Paul Rao in the corner. Green looking to get an opening, did not find it. Paul Rao went over to the other side, up sharp with his shot, did not get any part of the iron. From the foul line, jumping shot by Randy LeBombard. Tie ball game, 12-12, just under 13 minutes to go. We told you our officials are Tim Leary on the right, and on the far side, Kevin Hicks. Jim Agtill going in fast, up and in. Nice shot by Jim Agtill. Good body movement on that. That's the way you do it. Anybody out there looking to see how to make a layup there, you just saw it. Long shot from outside by Green, hit the far rim and bounced out. Over to Tim LeClaire, long shot, looks good, yes. LeClaire now found the range. 16-12, Mooers just moved ahead. They were behind 12-8, now 16-12. Foul's going to be called on Southwick, returning the favor to Dave Lambert. The player of this game will be chosen by a committee, and it'll be known as the James C. Smith & Son player of the game. We've had two players of the games in this tournament so far. Randy LeBombard was the player of the game in the first game against Rouses Point, and then the great comeback victory for Chazy. The committee gave it to Matt Gagnon from Chazy. Each will get, Dave Lambert gets 1 out of 2 at 16-13. Each of the players of the game will be given by Hometown Cable their own copy of their ball game where they were chosen as the player of the game, and they were each named after one of the sponsors of Hometown Cable, who bring you these and all the events. And the way you want to participate, going in is Lambert wearing number 7 up with the layup, and it's 16-15. If you want to participate in the events of Hometown Cable, why don't you consider sending in your $12 to help with the expenses? You know, there's not much money coming in for the people who bring you all these games and all the other events in our area, and it's Calvin and Sam, and only income they have is from the few advertisers and you 300 to 400 people who have become members of the Hometown Cable by sending in $12 or more. And we won't hear much more about that for the next half hour or so. Thank you very much. I'm Bob Ben. We'll remind you we're at NCCS Gym for the third game of the Hometown Cable Town Tournament. This is the third annual. It's 18 to 15. We're out at this point still leading. It's 11:09 left in the first half. They're going for third place. Both of these teams have lost on Friday night. Very deliberate out there now. Mooers in the zone defense, 2-1-2. Long shot by Anktil from outside, only a two-pointer, but LeBombard with the rebound and up and in for Randy LeBombard, makes him 5 points. Our leader right now in points, of course, is Greg Green, wearing number 11 for Mooers, who had three three-pointers and a two-pointer for 11 points, and Lambert just got another foul. Number 7 for Mooers, Dave Lambert. Substitution, I guess Gary Dragoon had sat down before. He's back in. Number 3 for Mooers, Tom Menard, also in the ball game. Tim LeClaire passing back out to Anktil. Anktil with off the glass for a nice shot for Jim Anktil, who plays a very smooth. I haven't seen him play much. We saw him the last couple of years, and very smooth ball player. I don't know if he plays during the year or not. Another one attempt by off the backboard by Gary Dragoon. No, but he's a foul. Going to call a foul on probably Gary Southwick. Steve Southwick wearing number 6. That's his second foul. He had one before when he fouled Lambert. Remember, we mentioned that he had returned the favor. Gary Dragoon from Mooers. From Dragoon's Farm Supply fame, and coming in for the first time in the tournament. He didn't play the other night. He wasn't even suited up. Chad Van Usen wearing number 5, and he's taking the place of Anktil. I didn't know anybody could take Anktil's place, but he just came in to do it. Up, missed that one, and it's still 22 to 15 now. Mooers is starting to pull away a little bit after not getting in the ball game. They couldn't find a basket way back in, and Ray Cook is now in. Ray Cook now in the ball game for Champlain, taking the ball out onto the basket. Out to Van Usen. Van Usen to yell as he was hit hard by Dragoon. No foul call. Cook with a shot. Bounces around and in. Got about 3 bounces on that Cook. Don Cook. I said Ray, I'm sorry. That's Don Cook. Outside shot by Lamberton. And he, the two-pointer, 24-17. That was Jeff Lamberton. Southwick stepping inside the three-point, getting a two-pointer. Steve Southwick with an outside shot, and the shots are starting to fall. 9-point lead for Mooers. I'm sorry, make that Rouses point. Steve Southwick got a two-pointer. It's now 26-19. We missed the last basket as we were checking the scorebook. Steve Southwick is fouled by Tom Menard, rushing in, and he just couldn't stop, I guess. Dodd Cook going out. Rob Musso and Dave Lambert in for Mooers. Frankie Dumas, number 2. And I think Green just came back in. Mooers moving their players around. They only have 8. Southwick with the shot, no good. 1-1, and he didn't make it. Passed over, knocked out of bounds by Don Cook. It'll be make that Mooers out of bounds. Rouses Point leading by 7. Up, yes, nice backed up two-handed shot by Gary Dragoon, yes. Over to Southwick. Southwick passing over, but he gets Mr. Green instead of Mr. Duquette. Going outside the three-point lane. Remember, he has 3 from outside so far. Lamberton. They don't want to let Green take that long shot. He's pretty deadly from outside. Frankie Dumas outside. He's the modified coach here at NCCS. Steve Southwick, and doesn't put it up quite high enough. He hits the bottom of the rim. Outside, no. Frank's over to Dragoon instead. Dragoon driving toward the basket. He got fouled by somebody. Nothing was called there. All 5 of the Rouses Point players were there to get that rebound. Yell, wearing number 1. Now dribbling, looking for someone open. He shoots from outside. No good. Taken down by Green. The foul is on Van Heusen, I think, number 5. Yes, Van Heusen. They said it was on his back. Still not a shooting foul. There's no shooting foul yet. Mooers with the ball. People still coming in. Most of them sitting over here to our right. Dragoon underneath the basket, and he's fouled that time by Yell, wearing number 1. That's Mike Yell. Great rebounder for many years in the area. Remember, in order to play in any of these teams, you have to be in the fire district of the community that you are playing with. And no loading up by any of these teams. They're mostly local people. 26-22 now. Rouses Point still leading Mooers. 7.5 minutes left, first half. Second one is up, no good. Taken down by Green. He gets one shot, gets another rebound. He goes up again, but that time he's fouled by Duquette. Duquette wearing number 10 for Rouses Point. That's Jerry Duquette. It's good to see some of these players we have not seen over the years, and as Calvin mentioned the other night when he took the mic, you got all ages playing here, some that played 30 years ago or 20 years ago at least, and someone like Chad Van Heusen, who is playing this year for NCCS. Matt Gaio, who's still in high school, scored 7 points in the overtime the other night out of 10 points by Shazy, and they won the game by 9 points over Mooers. An outstanding for a high school player, and yet you take someone like Duquette had to play 25 years ago. 20 to 25 years ago anyway, he was playing in high school. 30 or over? 30 or over, Calvin says. If he's listening to this later and he said it isn't, you said it, Calvin. 30. There he goes with a turnaround. That's the man we're talking about right there. Duquette, number 10. Out to Don Cook. Don Cook up, yes. 2-pointer for Don Cook. 28-22. Just under 7 minutes now. Bring this ball down very, very quickly to the Mooers team. No hesitation bringing that ball down. Looking for an open man. Could be a long shot. Outside, yes. Good by Lamberton. That's Jeff Lamberton, number 9. Another 3-pointer. That's 4 3-pointers for the team from Mooers, New York. That's as good as 2 extra baskets in the two-point area. Taken off by Green. Green loses the ball. He can't pick it up. Chad goes over and picks it up for Rouses Point. Down to Duquette. Duquette looking for an opening. Jump shot looks good. Yes. So there's the 30-year-old since he's started playing basketball, and he's still in there, getting his share of rebounds. Not playing the full 40 minutes, of course. Outside, Green, no good. Taken down by Yell. There's our rebounder. Good defensive ball player also was Mike Green. Defensive specialist over the years. I think he played at Plattsburgh High School. And moved into our area. From way outside, Rivard, no good. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Ron Rivard, yes. He keeps changing his pants. I can't tell him. There goes one of our newer ball players, Chad Van Usen, with a basket. So we just saw our oldest and our youngest ball player on the floor. Each get the last 2 baskets for Rouses Point. Way out to Frankie Duma. Frankie's been playing a while. Another 3-pointer. So the Mooers team is living and dying with the 3-pointers. That's 5 for the team, and they probably have taken about 8. So they're about 5 for 8 or 5 for 7 from the outside. They're not getting all the rebounds, so they have to make them. Yell with the ball, looking for an opening to Rivard. Looking for a 3-point shooter, just inside of the hoop. No good. Taken off by Carl Rivard for jumping in against Green. Maybe shooting on this one. 4:52. 1-1, according to our scorekeeper here. 1-1, and it's just under 5 minutes. 32-28. The Brown team from Rouses Point. That's Kevin Hicks with the ball. We'll be giving it to Greg Green, who now has, where are we standing with him? He's still with 11 points. He had the first 11 points in the ball game for Mooers were scored by Green. He's covered very quickly by Steve Southwick, who went in to get the rebound, but there were none. It's 32-29. He could make it a 2-point ball game, and he doesn't. Taken down by La Bombard. 4-on-2. There goes. Oh, they fool around with both of them, and they lost it. And Green comes up with the ball. Green very quick. Now Dumas and a foul on Musso. Into a little too close. LeClaire. I got too many 4s here, I guess. That's LeClaire. Excuse me. I'm still confused with the colors. Make that Tim LeClaire with the foul. Taken down by La Bombard again. And they say he's palming the ball. They said he palmed the ball, brought it over. You call that when you kind of roll your hand over and come down and carry it just a little bit before you put the next dribble down. And that's what they called him for. He was cradling it. Called by Kevin Hicks. Now it's Dumas way out to Green, but he doesn't throw it far enough. There they go, 5-on-2 right now. Over to Bushy. Turn around. Nice shot. Another young ball player out there for Rouses Point. Mike Bushy. See his father here in the crowd. Nice shot by Green, but doesn't go in. La Bombard tossing the ball around, taken off by Southwick finally. There we go, 4-on-2 again. But the rebounds come off by, and they're going to call a foul, another foul on Tim LeClaire from Rouses Point. Just about 4 minutes left now, 5-point lead for Rouses Point. Randy looks like a little, he could use a breather out there. Everyone's going to get a breather in a little over 4 minutes. We have four people here just over to our right who are enjoying this ball game. Sitting right over here, the children of Lambert. Dave Lambert's got a couple there, or one, and Gary Bullis's daughter, and some other kids enjoying this ball game. That was missed. 34, still a 5-point lead. Missed the 1-and-1. Long shot, no good. Short. Rouses Point. LeClaire over to Southwick. Southwick bounced pass into the Bombard, was covered by 3 men. Nice shot. Bounced off the rim, but no good. Off the glass and then the rim. Musso to Dragoon. Dave Lambert, long shot. In front of the rim only. Followed by Lamberton. Now followed by Gary Dragoon. Good rebounder. One of the former players of the game a couple of years ago when Mooers went all the way and took the championship that year. They lost to Rouses Point last year. This year they're in the semifinal only here. That was Mike Bushy with a nice turnaround jumper. He had 2 like that for him this afternoon. It's now just 5 minutes to 3 on this Palm Sunday at NCCS. You're watching Hometown Cable's Hometown Basketball Tournament. Third consecutive, third annual. Mooers getting a lot of the rebounds, and now they're down to 2 minutes and a half, and they still got the ball. Nice pass into, Dragoon, and they got him on the ball. They calling a foul against Randy LeBombard. Didn't like it, kind of surprised. Probably got him with the body, they're saying. Not very vehement about it, though. He just kind of surprised him. Cooler heads prevailing out there. We'll be talking to you a little later about a confrontation, a little wrestling match in Chazy the other night that will have something to do with the way this game may come out in our championship game. That's Dragoon, Gary Dragoon, wearing number 6 on the line with another foul shot coming. 36-32. They're only a three-pointer away right now. 36-33, and they've had 5 of them. So when they come down here, they can tie this ball game up. But Mooers can get this without letting Rouses Point score in the meantime. There, the ball was nearly stolen by Lambert. Southwick with a jumper in there, but it out again. Jim Egtel going for the ball. Knocked it off up in the air, knocked it off the head of Lambert. Lambert, an aggressive ball player, always in on the play. Over to LeClaire. LeClaire trying to get it into Lamberton, not even, LeBombard, not even close. A three-pointer right here could tie it. And there's one of the three-pointers, shooters outside, and the other was right there, Mr. Green. He can pop it. There you go. I call that one from a long distance, didn't I? Yeah, he can pop. That's his 4th one. I think he's missed 2 from three-point land, so we'd say he's either 4 for 7 or 4 for 6. And it's 36-36 with 1:40 to go first half. Good even ball game so far. They're taking turns doing their scoring. Mooers led early, and then Rouses Point had a flurry, went ahead by as much as 9. Now we're back to a even ball game. Steve Southwick with his foul, his 3rd, and that's Lambert. Dave Lambert. Married to one of our Bayshore girls from the Cooperville Church Road. He's the large Lambert family is joined with the Bayshore family. You really got a holiday party going on there. Egtail now on the outside with the ball, looking for Bushy. Bushy with a turnaround, short that time. Taken off the floor by Paul Rao. Musa with the ball, looking for Green. Green's going to try another three-pointer. Oh, take that Lambert. He's going for a three-pointer. Not quite as deadly. Ball intercepted by Musso. They got a minute even to go now, and it's a tie ball game. Anybody's ball game at this point. Remember, we're going for 3rd place. Mooers having lost to Chazy in a turnaround with about 2 minutes to go in that ball game after leading by as many as 17. And Rouses Point lost to the Champlain team in a close ball game by some, I think, 8 or 9 points. And that's a nice shot by Lambert. He bounced around. He got a nice bounce on that. And Mooers back in the lead for the first time since about 8 minutes into the game. Southwick now, they're going to go for the last shot. There's 20 seconds left. We'll have to see whether they're going to go for the three-pointer or they're going to go for just to tie it. Plenty of time. There's still 13 seconds. You got three-point shooters out here. Egtail as well as LeClaire. LeClaire is a good outside shooter. Egtail going all the way up and does not get it, but underneath. Ball knocked out with 2 seconds. 1 second. Up. No, it would have been good, I think. LeBombard having 3 opportunities on that. So at the end of the first half of this first game of the afternoon, the consolation game, 38-36 for Mooers.
This is Carl Smith at James C. Smith & Son Incorporated, Ridge Road in Champlain. No matter how new or old your heating system is, after 1 season of operation, it should be cleaned and serviced by one of our trained technicians to ensure peak performance for the coming year. Now is an excellent time to update your older equipment or install a new heating system. Don't wait for the autumn rush. Call us today for a free estimate. Whether or not you are presently one of our fuel accounts, we will be pleased to handle your service and installation needs. Call James C. Smith & Son Incorporated at 298-4521 in Champlain.
If you're in the market for lawn and garden equipment this season, be sure to visit Midland Lawn and Garden on the Slauson Road in West Shazy. Get American-made quality from Ariens. Each piece of Ariens power equipment is designed to deliver superior performance and reliability using the best craftsmanship skills and techniques available. With nearly 60 years of experience, the Ariens family backs their products with a 5-year limited warranty. See the complete line of Ariens products at Midland Lawn and Garden on the Slauson Road in West Shazy. Open Monday and Wednesday evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. While at Midland, be sure to see their full line of chainsaws, trimmers, and brush cutters from Echo, John Zared, and Steel.
Yes, it's that time of year. Spring has arrived, and now is the time to contact Northern Blacktoppin' for that new driveway. Established in 1961, Northern Blacktoppin' has been serving our North Country neighbors for 29 years. If you are thinking of putting in a new driveway, resurfacing your old driveway, putting in a new tennis court or a basketball court, contact Northern Blacktoppin', where quality is a tradition.
Avoid the summer rush. Call Northern Blacktopping in Champlain or Plattsburgh today.
The Christian Audio and Video Center, located on the Southwick Road just off of Route 11, 3 miles west of I-87 in Champlain, wants to supply your every Christian need. We offer Bibles, clothing, and gift items from a Christian perspective. We're open every evening Monday through Friday and all day Saturday till 10 p.m. VCR problems? We specialize in VCR cleaning and repair. Telephone 298-5494. The Christian Audio and Video Center, Southwick Road in Champlain.
Businesses, does your company need to portray a professional image? Then call Champlain Laundry and Cleaners for complete uniform rentals and service. For the best in dry cleaning service with free pickup and delivery, call your local Champlain Laundry and Cleaners. Special attention is always given to your good woolens and silks and all other items needing extra care. Champlain Laundry also handles your family laundry needs, specializing in dress shirts. In business for over 60 years because they're dedicated to serving you, their customers. Champlain Laundry and Cleaners, Champlain, New York.
Harrison's Village Pharmacy in Rouses Point is helping you take care of yourself 7 days a week with fast, friendly personal service. Add your family's complete medical and prescription history to our computer files for allergy screening and drug interactions. Because we care at Harrison's, we take the time for patient counseling. In addition to prescriptions, Harrison's carries a variety of home health care items such as bedpans, crutches, humidifiers, heating pads, first aid supplies, and more. If you don't see what you want at Harrison's, just ask. Harrison's Pharmacy is open daily 9 to 5:30, Saturday 9 to 3, and Sunday 9 to 1.
To start the second half with the blue team that's on our right out there. That's the Mooers team with 8 players against the 10-player team of Rouses Point in brown. Of course, they only play 5 at a time, but they're leading. Mooers is leading 38-36 in the first game of this 2-game tournament this afternoon. This is a 2-day, 4-game tournament. These are the consolation and the championship games you're going to be seeing. I hope you've watched the other 2 games that brought these 2 teams here. We're waiting for something right now. We're not sure what. Waiting for a possession arrow. Well, I guess you would have to figure that when you talk about arrows, you're talking about Indians, and you're not supposed to use the word Indian. They were trying to get Rice Memorial to change the name from their nickname of the Indians, but while I'm waiting for this game to start, I want to mention a couple of things that was... All right, we're getting Green now, who had 15 points for Mooers in the first half, had the ball, wearing number 11 in blue. He now has the ball. He had 4 3-pointers, a regular basket, and a foul shot for his 15 points. And Anktil had 10, and there Anktil just intercepted that ball for Rouses Point, and there he is. And they ran into somebody. He got caught in a shuffle. Calling it a jump ball, and the possession goes over to Rouses point. Way outside to Tim LeClaire, who can shoot from outside. And there's a three-pointer for Tim LeClaire. We'd like to mention also, we're mentioning Mike Bushy wearing number 3 in the brown for Rouses point. Tell you a little bit about Mike Bushy. He is a senior and does not go here to NCCS. He lives in our area. He lives over on the Hayford Road with his mom and dad, but he goes to school, or his dad teaches in Northern Adirondack. He went to Northern Adirondack, and this morning's paper showed Mike Bushy as the third-team All-Star from not only from the league, but from all of the northern area basketball teams. That includes this league, the Mountain Valley League, and Chateauguay and Malone. So you might say that he is one of the top 15. We know he's somewhere between the 11th and the 15th player on that team. There's a jump shot by Mike that goes short. Nice for him to take a shot while we're talking about him. This is Dragoon from Mooers with the ball now, and he's going to take a short up and in, yes. Dragoon trying to draw the foul. Underhanded push. It looked like it was on, I think that, I didn't see that who it was on. We don't know who made that foul. I thought he said Levin, but I'm not sure. I think it was Green. Okay, a three-point play for Gary Dragoon from Mooers. Mooers is now leading 41-39. Still 2-point lead. A wheel hard pass into Randy LeBombard, who controlled it outside. Jim Ankto with a three-pointer. And he increases his lead from 10 points in this game to 13, and it puts Rouses point back in the lead. We got a real barn burner here, folks. It doesn't seem very exciting because it's kind of slow right now, but a very, very competitive ball game. Either one of these teams could have won their game and be playing in the championship. Nice push by Paul Rao. Took the ball away from the defender as he tried to take it out of his hands, and way outside now, Tim LeClaire, who can shoot from outside, passes it in. Oh, that bad bounce. That's a bad habit right there. He had that basket, but he had to put that to the floor. As soon as you put it to the floor, a man who's that high just asking for trouble. That's a foul. That on Paul Rao, number 12. Yes, I know how to give you a basketball clinic here, but one of the worst habits you can have as a ball player when you're close to the basket is when you get the ball to put it down for that one dribble and don't go anyplace, and by that time they're all over you. And had Mike not done that, he'd have had a basket. And now because of that and other things, we see Jim Ankto with a foul shot, and 4 or 5 more people coming into the door here to our hometown tournament. Bob Venn is on the mic. Calvin Castine with the camera. It's now 44-43, and Rouses point back ahead. There's Green with a drive down the left side and up, and he puts Mooers back in the lead. We just saw the Lady Eagles from Chazy's coach just come into the auditorium. Jim Ankton with another basket. Now with 17 points. He and Green, I think, each have 17 points at this point. Taken down by Bushy. Bushy with a big rebound. Oh, and he was hit there. It looked like it's on Musso. Rob Musso wearing number 4. Coming in is Lamberton. Musso going out. Lamberton wearing number 9. Jeff Lamberton. Shooting from the line, the number 4 from Rouses point. That's Tim LeClaire. Good outside shooter, good set shot shooter. And gives Rouses point a 2-point lead, a 3-point lead, 48-45. 17 minutes left in this, the second half. And Lamberton loses it on the far side, missed his dribble, and Rivar with the ball, and they bring it over to Anktil. Anktil steps inside. Going to be a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer. A 2-pointer for Jim Anktil. 19 points now for Anktil. He's certainly in this ball game. He and Green are competing. There's Green. Missed his. Taken down by Bushy. Bushy, oh, too far. Watch this. I'm going to hit in the wall. Passed a little too far by Bushy. And Engel could not get down. Now Green. Leaving the ball off to Lamberton. Jeff Lamberton up. Does not go over the rim. 3-on-2 going down. And he traveled. Couldn't decide where to go. They're waiting for Randy to go toward the basket and didn't, and held up and didn't hold his feet up. It's 50-45, 5-point lead. Rouses point. 16.5 to go. Long shot by Dragoon from the corner. Hit the rim, but no good. Paul Rouse fouled by Lamberton. I make that LeBombard, number 11. Randy LeBombard with a foul. But it was not in the process of shooting, so it will just be a out of bounds. And that could have been a foul there. But the body by Rivard didn't call it. Pick being made by Dragoon, but didn't take advantage of it. Paul Rao goes up, and looks like LeBombard may have touched him. There's a driving layup by Lambert, number 7. 50-47. Rouses point still ahead. Nice jump shot, but off the rim. Came out of the group. Underhanded shovel pass by Lambert. Outside by Lamberton. No. Blue ball.
Get a new slant on lawn mowing this year. Stop by Clinton Farm Supply in Champlain and see our fine selection of lawn and garden tractors. Massey Ferguson has introduced their new line of lawn equipment and accessories. Models range from the 80 RT 8-horsepower rider with electric start to the 320 GTX tractor with 2-speed transaxle, hydraulic drive, and lift. Built to work hard so you won't have to. Whatever your needs, you'll find a Massey Ferguson lawn and garden tractor that's right for you at Clinton Farm Supply, Route 9 in Champlain.
Mothers and flowers. Some things just naturally go together, but few things go together better than Mother's Day and flowers from Clark's Flower Shop and Greenhouses in Shazy. Don't fret over what to get your mother this year. Just stop into Clark's for countless gift ideas for your mom. Choose from flowers and plants, bloom bouquets, silk and permanent arrangements, wicker baskets, and fruit baskets. Clark's 20,000 feet of greenhouse in Shazy is the largest in the North Country. Solve all your Mother's Day shopping problems with one stop at Clark's Flower Shop and Greenhouses in Shazy.
Hi, I'm Pat Dwyer, the field agent for the Knights of Columbus insurance program in this area. One of the main reasons that the Knights of Columbus was founded back in 1882 was to provide a low-cost, non-profit insurance program that the working class people of that time could afford. 108 years later, we are still doing the same. We have one of the strongest and best-rated insurance companies in America with over $16 billion worth of insurance in force. As your brother Knight, I would like to sit down with you and your family to analyze your present insurance program and to discuss with you how the KSC can serve all of your future life insurance needs.
Dragoon taking it out under the basket. Knocked out of bounds by Jim Anktil, number 12. Behind the back pass by Green, but bounced off, I guess, one of the Rouses point players, and he didn't lose it after all. 50-47, not much change. Rivard still in the ball. Going to go in. It'll be a foul. No. Lambert did not foul, and he caused the Rivard to lose the ball. Kind of ran over the ball as he came down. Winner of this game will be third place in the third annual Hometown Cable Town Tournament. Nice drive to the basket by Gary Dragoon. Yes, Calvin just reminded me that there'll be no repeat this year of any of the tournaments because Mooers in the blue won it the first year, and Rouses Point in the brown, who's now leading 50-49, won it last year. And as a result of that, it'll be two teams that, there's Ankta with a three-pointer, be a brand new winner this year. As a matter of fact, these two teams played in the final last year, and Rouses Point beat Mooers in the final last year to win the tournament. Mooers has been right there all in the final each of the 2 years so far, and really should have been this year, but a great comeback and a great thrilling comeback by the Chazy team on Friday night put Chazy in the final and kind of surprised Mooers, and Mooers finding themselves now trying to salvage third place. That's Ankta with the brown, and he runs in after losing the ball straight into Lambert. A long outside shot by Tim Leclerc, another three-pointer. Lots of three-pointers. If you're like the three-point shot, you've had your share, and they're not taking any cheapies. They're not going with their toes up to the line. That was at least a foot to 18 inches beyond the three-point line by Leclerc. Into Rivard. Rivard fakes into LeBombard. LeBombard up, and a quick 8 points. It puts them from 1 point ahead to 9 points ahead. And then it's 58-49, and we'll be back with the last 14 minutes shortly.
Come in to E.C. McQuinney & Son in Chazy, where every day is a sale day. We specialize in everyday low prices. We have a good line of cabinet hardware, locks, power and hand tools, as well as nuts and bolts for the builder's needs. We carry a full line of Benjamin Moore interior and exterior paints that can be mixed to your request. There is no better time to spruce up your home than now. We stock a large variety of paneling, also pre-finished and unpre-finished moldings. Come see Mac and the boys before you build at E.C. McQuinney & Son in Chazy.
The Pier Restaurant in Rouses Point is open year-round for your dining pleasure. You can enjoy a delicious evening meal with beautiful surroundings and a relaxed, pleasant atmosphere. Or visit us for our all-you-can-eat Sunday breakfast buffet from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're open at 10 a.m. daily and 7 a.m. on weekends. We're a fully licensed establishment with plenty of free parking. The Pier Restaurant is located in back of the rec center on beautiful Lake Champlain in Rouses Point. Come for the view, you'll come back for the food.
Back in, time is in, and the Mooers have talked it over and said we got to get back in this ball game. They just lost quick 8 points. A long shot by Dragoon. That's not going to help him much. It would have been a three-pointer, but now by Lamberton, foul by Southwick. That's his fourth. Steve Southwick, who just came back into the ball game, I believe. Chad Van Usen is in the ball game, and where I mentioned before he played this year, I understand he did not play ball in his senior year, basketball. He did announce the hockey games on Hometown Cable for Calvin and Hometown Cable, and they all appreciate that. I was telling him the other night what a great job he does. He knows his hockey. Well, Lamberton makes them both from the line. It cuts it to a 7-point lead with 13:45 left. Rouses Point leading by 7. Duquette's in, and Yell is in, and I got 5 new players in right now. A whole new switch for, cross-court pass, very bad. Now, nearly got it underneath the backboard, taken down by Yell twice. Had one shot, did not go in. Looking for someone, finds Chad. Chad is not having much luck with his passes. He's thrown one across, nearly intercepted, and that one was knocked out of bounds from his hands by Lambert. And now over across again. Southwick bouncing it around, but it don't go in. Out of bounds off Duquette. It'll be blue ball. Mooers, in other words. Our Chazy players who were fans who were sitting in front of us just vacated these seats and went over to our left, and there's about 8 or 10 of them over there now as time approaches for the game with the Chazy girls will be playing against the NCCS girls. And it looks like Greg Green will be going to the foul line. Lamberton coming in, a Lamberton Make that Tom Menard in and Jeff Lamberton out. And somebody else just came in. I think it was Musso just came in, and Paul Rao went out. And missed them both. And that's a toughie right there. Duquette tried to pass the ball over to Southwick. Threw it too high. It hit the rim and bounced down into the hands of the Mooers player, who laid it right up in. That's a tough call right there. Went off both hands. It looks like they're going to give it to the Brown team. Rouses point. 12:38, 4-point lead now. It switches back and forth. Had a 9-point lead just when they time out here just a little over a minute and a half ago. 5 points picked up by Mooers in that period. Southwick hitting the rim, but just won't get the right bounce. Taken down again by the big rebounder for Mooers, Gary Dragoon. Now he's at the foul line. Lambert over to Green. Green goes in, but leaves the ball behind. He will take it out of bounds. Gary Dragoon's going to take the ball out of bounds. Cutting in into the middle is Green. Green with 2 shots. Yes, makes the second after getting the rebound. Green now with 19 points, and now it's going to be a Rouses point timeout. The last 7 points scored by Mooers, 58-56 for Rouses point. Well, Rouses point got it all talked over. They got a 2-point lead. They got the ball. They got their what we'd call, I guess, their second team. Not necessarily second, but they did not start the ball game in. And Mooers don't have a complete 5 new players to put in. Frankie Dumas wasn't in before. Reaching over is Duquette. Gerald Duquette reaching over, and he got to be someone going to shoot the shot. Oh yes, Mr. Dragoon. Gary will be taking this. He made his last 2, I think. And Dragoon will be shooting now. He shot 1. He had a 3-point play. There's the first. It's just a very soft touch up to that basket. And you players out there will notice that ball did not bounce off the rim. It just kind of hung and died right there. He's got a little backspin on it. Just watch this ball. Even when it hits, there's no big bounce. And if he gets a good bounce, it stays there. But 1 for 2, and it's 57-58. Mooers trying to go ahead here. They got the rebound, and a basket will put them ahead after having been behind 9 points just 3 minutes ago. By Green was no good. That was a 3-pointer. Southwick with the ball, being haunted here by 2 players. Coming down, Van Heusen into Yell. Yell momentum carried him way outside of the area where he could get a shot. Southwick just beyond the foul line. Yes. Make that 60-57. 3-point lead. 11:04. Second half. We look across just to the left of center. You see the Chazy ladies team who's going to be playing between games. Nice spin on the ball. Hit way away from the basket on the glass by Gary Dragoon. Bringing it back to a 1-point ball game. Rouses point with the point. They're going to get Chad Van Heusen jumping in to Gary Dragoon, who can really put his team ahead now. He can tie it with 1, go ahead with the 2, and if he doesn't make it, he stays where he is. It's a 1-1. We see the Chazy green over there. It'll seem good to see the regular colors on our teams and help us to identify the blue. Remember, shooting the basket now is Mooers. The brown team is from Rouses point. Gerald Duquette with a big rebound. And when you miss that first, you only get 1. So there's a possibility of 2 points down the drain. They'll never come back. It looks like he walked right there. He had 2 feet behind the line, and he's now got both ahead. He couldn't do that without walking. The shot from outside, no good. Coming down is Green. Oh, charging on Dragoon, not called. They said it didn't interfere with the play. Southwick with the ball, being hacked down there by Tom Menard. Looking for somebody open. The team that has been getting the lead, sitting on the bench, getting their a little bit of rest, and letting this other 5 players get some time on the floor. They'll be back probably with about 8 minutes to go, I would assume, and they go down to the wire. They're still ahead by 1 point. Steve Southwick and Cook now trying for a 2-pointer. Just off. Chad Van Usen with the rebound. Way out to Southwick. Southwick's going to pop. No, he's passing to Cook. There's that bounce I was telling you about. You get buried when you put that ball down. He did not have to dribble. He could have made the pivot and laid it in. Number 3, Tom Menard with the foul. Mike Yell. I don't know if Yell has scored yet. Yell has done no points yet. He was always a defensive ball player as well as a rebounder. He was a specialist in defense. They put him on the high score on 1-on-1, and he did the job. He ate him up, as I remember. First one was no good. Second one bounced around, a kind of a dead ball thrown up there, and he's now a 2-point lead. So unless it's a 3-point shot, Mooers cannot take the lead away. They can tie. As a shot from a few feet behind one. Okay, they're giving it to Blue. They said it's Frank Dumas, who is probably coaching the manager for this team. Oh, right out into Yell. Yell over to Cook. Don Cook trying to find an opening. Can't. No one to pass it to. Passes across to Yell. There's the shot. That he did not dribble that. He was losing it, so he had to do that to get it back in front of him. That was not what I was talking about. 63-59. Looks good. Was in the area. Taken down by Southwick. A strong rebound for Southwick. Over to Duquette. Duquette got the shot away, and they're going to call a foul. He was in the process of shooting, I guess, and that was Tom Menard, number 3 for Mooers. Big smile on his face, talking to Gerald, and said, "Oh, here we got 8:55 to make it 9 minutes. Here comes the other 5 players. Make it 4. One's shooting." Duquette will have to stay in and take his own foul shot. Timeout, I assume. Mooers, 63-59, Rouses Point.
This is Carl Smith at James C. Smith & Son Incorporated, your local fuel oil dealer located on Ridge Road in Champlain. Our delivery and service area includes Champlain, Rouses Point, Chazy, Mooers, Mooers Forks, Scioto, Altona, and Ellingburg. At James C. Smith & Son Incorporated, we service all types and makes of heating systems. We sell and install boilers and furnaces, or we can modernize your present heating system with a new high-efficiency burner. If your system needs replacing or upgrading, call us for a free estimate. Let us keep you warm. Come join our family of satisfied customers. Ask about our budget plan at James C. Smith & Son Incorporated, Ridge Road, Champlain, or call 298-4521.
Stop by the Main Street Market in Chazy for all the right reasons. Low prices, clearly marked, freshness dated products, fast service, and convenient location. Check out our fully stocked shelves and produce departments, as well as our excellent meat department and deli. For your fuel needs, we carry gas, oil, kerosene, and propane. We also have all New York lotto games, including instant tickets. To send or receive money, we are your local authorized Western Union agent. For cleanliness and accurate, pleasant checkout clerks, make only one stop. Main Street Market, Route 9, Chazy.
By popular demand, Hometown Cable is making available copies of the local 1991 school musicals from Northeastern Clinton and Chazy Central. The cost per tape is just $20 for these 2.5-hour musical presentations. Contact Hometown Cable at 298-4663. That's 298-HOME. Phone home in Champlain or write to Hometown Cable, RR1 Box 180, Champlain, New York. The cost again for your favorite musical is just $20.
Well, 4 new players in. Duquette staying in to shoot his foul shot. You'll see Mike Bushy, third-team All-Star for the area ball players, high schoolers, waiting over next to the scoring bench to come in as Duquette builds it up to a 5-point lead, and the first team coming back in here. And I make that a 6-point lead, and there comes the substitution to Duquette getting his 2 points before he goes out. And they're going down to the for the run now. The all-rested Rouses Point team back in. Mooers, they got a couple of players out getting a rest. Taken up by Musso and intercepted by Anktil. This is the stronger, the 5 that have picked up the scores. And nice rebound by Bushy. Up, nice, Mike Bushy. We just mentioned third team All-Star for the area in today's Plattsburgh Press. Sunday, the Palm Sunday, the 24th of March. Look at that paper. You'll see his picture down there in that bottom row. They said that Lambert, as he slid across the floor, traveled. You're moving. And Ron Rivard, number 8, will take it out for Rouses Point. Tim LeClaire, an outside shooter, comes down, stops, doesn't shoot. Into LeBombard. LeBombard goes, pop, yes. Bounce straight up and down again. We can only give him 2. It went in twice. We only count that 2 points. 69-59, 10-point lead, and it may be we're seeing the demise of the Mooers team right now. These same 2 teams that we mentioned played last year. Rouses Point winning the final last year over Mooers 72-67. Right now with a 8-point lead, 69-61. Paul Rao got that basket. We were looking to see last year's score. Calvin watching through his camera, and Ron Rivard with a 2-pointer. Back to a 10-point lead, 7:37, and 5 or 6 more people just coming into the auditorium. Make that the gymnasium. There we go, 3-on-2, and knocked out of bounds by Paul Rao. Nice save, defensive move by Paul Rao, wearing number 12. Randy LeBombard, glad to get the rest, will take it out of bounds under the basket. Out to LeClaire. LeClaire will tower a 3-pointer. Off to the right. Taken down by Anktil. Anktil tied up by Musso. Possession will go to Mooers, wearing the blue. And they try to cut the 10-point lead. They take it out under the basket, and then a full-court press by Rouses Point. We haven't seen that. Green with the behind-the-back pass up off the glass, but no good. Down to LeClaire. LeClaire may have traveled on that last. Into Rivard. Rivard, no, but Bushy picked it up. Goes under the basket. Up, gets his own rebound. Bounced out again. He's got his rebound again. He's going to go back. Foul. So he gets 2 rebounds and 2 shots and don't make either one of them. He's smiling under the basket. You won't have much easier chances for baskets than that. His dad sitting down here in the one of the front rows, enjoying his son playing. He'll be off to school, I guess, next year. He's a senior, I understand. Oh, Mom is there, too. Let's not forget Mom. Sorry, Mom. Second shot coming up. He made the first. 11-point lead now. Mike Bushy. I saw his name in the paper this morning at NAC, and I didn't realize that he was our Mike from here. And that one also. So 2 more points. After missing 2 shots under the basket, getting 2 rebounds, he made the easy way from the foul line. 73-61, and Moore's got a long way to come back. Of course, Shazy did it Friday night against Mooers. This is LeClaire with the shot. Oh, nice shot. Good ball handler. Nice touch on Mike. Make that Tim LeClaire, number 4. 6.5 minutes. Long shot, no. Hit the top of the backboard to LeBombard. LeBombard saved it into Anktil. Nice pass. Nice pass by LeBombard. Leading Anktil all the way. I don't even think he had a dribble on that. He went up and in. Nice pass and a nice layup by Anktil. That's a 14-point lead. 77-61, 6:14 left. And Mooers can't find the hoop right now. Rouses Point had that trouble, if you remember, early in the ball game. They fell behind early and then came back, and then there's been switching back and forth, and a lot of lead changes in this ball game until about 3 minutes ago, and now I think Rouses Point is well in control. There's a backhanded layup, with all respect, and the second one by Gary Dragoon. Gary Dragoon getting a lot of the scoring for the Mooers squad, and another 6 or 7 more people coming into the auditorium, and we're starting to get our crowd. They seem to be enjoying this ball game. The big ball game coming up, of course, is the ladies team playing against, I guess it's Champlain versus Shazy, NCCS. Northeastern. Oh, I still refer to it as Champlain, so please forgive me out there. Hey, another 5 or 6 more people coming through the door. So, Mary, we want to remind you that the proceeds from this game, any money that is made, is all for the athletic funds of both Shazy Central Rural School and Northeastern, courtesy of Hometown Cable and the sponsor of this tournament this year, Woodman of the World, the great fraternal organization here in our area with an office in the Kimpex building in Champlain. Rouses Point getting time and time again with the rebound. Stolen by Green. Green trying to find Menard. He does. Trying to pass it back out. Oh, I think he missed that one. Bounced off. He tried to throw it through Tim LeClaire back to Green, but couldn't do it. He had been better to go for the layup himself. Way out to Lamberton. Now Menard. Menard looking for an underhand lay it up. He said he got it on the ball. No foul, out of bounds. Going to go to Mooers. 5:20 left. 14-point lead for the Rouses Point squad. A three-pointer. Yes, make that Jeff Lamberton with a three-pointer. 77-66. Still a double-digit lead by 11 points. Oh, they said as he was going around, guarded very closely by Lamberton. 3 more people coming in. These look like players, yes. Players coming in the auditorium right now. In the green shirt is our player of the game on Friday night with the Shazy Mooers game. That's Matt Gagne with 2 3-pointers and a foul shot in the overtime. The score, 77-66.
If you believe in value, it's time you visited Bob Armstrong at Armstrong's Garage in Champlain to view the complete line of Yardman lawn and garden products. Designed to meet the needs of the 90s, Yardman offers a new mulching mower. A unique multi-level blade cuts and recuts leaves and grass clippings into ultra-fine particles, providing a natural nitrogen-rich fertilizer. Keeping your little corner of the world neat and free of refuse is no easy job, but Yardman can help with a talented group of yard maintenance machines highlighted by their 5 and 8 horsepower chipper shredders. Remember, Yardman financing is available. For your lawn and garden equipment needs, visit Bob Armstrong at Armstrong's Garage in Champlain.
They're all the same.
We're back into the ball game. Being taken out down below us and more. Nice shot off the glass by Gary Dragoon. Rob Gravel just coming up to get another shirt for the Shazy team, and you'll see it. It's not green this tournament. It's purple. Looks like a purple people eater wearing those things out there today. Rob Gravel of Shazy Central fame, and now out of school and doing some coaching and around. Taken down by Menard, now by Green. Green put the ball down, as we were talking about. As soon as he put it down, lost control and was fouled by LeClaire, but also knocked out of his hands. Otherwise, he'd have had a layup, and it would have been another 2-pointer. 77-68, 9-point lead now. 4.5 minutes. They could do it. I'd be surprised, but it's possible. Players looking up at the time, see how much time they've got left. Second one also no good. Surprise, this man can shoot all kinds of 3-pointers and can't make 2 foul shots. Kind of surprising. If you make your foul shots, it really hurts. But he missed a chance there to pick up a couple points. Outside from Jim Anktill, 3-pointer way off. Out of bounds off Anktill. It bounced off 3 players. Lastly off Anktill. Taken out by Rob Musso, way over to Green. Green is very quick, fast runner as he goes down the floor. Shot by Lamberton, a 2-pointer, 77-70. It was 11 points just a few seconds ago. Now it's down to 7. No foul call there. Rivard looking for the foul, but it wasn't called. LeClaire being hounded by Green. Back to Rivard, and underneath it, Bushy is open. Bushy laid the ball down to get a bad habit. Nice tap by the bird. Randy LeBombard with that nice tap. If you watch up close to the basket, watch these boys that could just lay that ball in and instead put it down to the floor. That was a time there, and he lost the control. A big boy like Bushy should get that ball and lay it back. Don't know who the foul was on. Could have been on Bushy. Could be a timeout for Mooers, trailing 79-70 with 3:27 left in this consolation ball game. 75-100. Okay, we're back in here. Trying to stretch the lead is Mike Bushy. No, did not go in, but Anktel with the rebound. Anktel with a nice, and he's fouled by Dragoon. They said no, it wasn't. And Rivard gets the rebound. They said he was dancing on the floor, traveling. It'll be Moore's ball, trying to make up this 9-point deficit. 3:23 left. Clock stopped. You know, every time the ball goes out of bounds. It's now at the 3:18. Gary Dragoon and Greg Green carrying the scoring for the Mooers team. Oh, they said he had steps. Mike Bushy, built like a basketball player, works like a basketball player, and good timing out there. We haven't seen him play this year. We don't see him. Maybe there's been a chance to see him on hometown cable, but I missed that particular ball game when they played against NCCS. There goes Rivard straight in, gives it over to Bushy. Foul is on Musso, maybe? Who? Lambert, 7 with the foul. Mike Bushy now to shoot 2. I think he was in the motion. Just under 3 minutes, 9-point lead. He can stretch it to 11. He made 2 before. There it is. He made 2, then he just made this one. In between, he had one that was really off on his last shot. A good foul shooter. Generally, yes. Not a great big arc on his shot. It just barely makes the front of the rim, but that's all it takes. 81-70, 11 points. Lambert with the ball. From way outside, Dragoon with a 3-pointer. No, that's Anktel with the ball. Foul on Musso. As Ron Rivard gets the pass and tries to get around and is fouled. 1-1. 2 more people coming in. We're estimating some 75 to 100 people here now, and they continue to come into the gymnasium, getting ready for the ladies' game, and then the final between the Shazy team and the team from Champlain, New York. Champlain has never won this tournament, neither has Shazy. This is only the 3rd annual, and the 2 winners in the previous years are on the floor. The ones on the floor tonight right now, Rouses pointing to Brown, 81. The blue, Mooers, 70. Welcome back. 2:46 left. The score is 81-70 for the Brown team with their brown shirts, and there's a Brown team shooting one now. It goes in and out. It was Ron Rivard trying to save it, but saved on the far side by Chad Van Usen. Nice save on the far side. Guarded closely. They're really hacking for the ball now. Time's of the essence. Underneath to Duquette. Back out to Yell. Yell over to... different ball players are in there now. They just removed 4 ball players, and 4 new ball players in there with 11-point lead. 2:18 left. Guarded very closely by Musso. Looking for Cook, but Cook right there. They didn't get him, and that's a foul by Green. Greg Green fouling Steve Southwick, who is... I'm not Southwick, excuse me, Chad Van Usen. Steve Southwick coming in, the JV girls coach here at Northeastern Clinton Central. That's where we are. We're in the Cougars' Den this afternoon on Palm Sunday the 24th. It's 5 minutes to 4. We're still in the consolation game. The winner here will be in 3rd place, and obviously that person who loses will not have won any games in this tournament and will be in 4th place. And right now that looks like it's going to be Mooers in the blue, who were expected to have won the other night and had a good chance to go all the way. But we're upset by Shazy. Chad had his first foul shot. Second is also good, 83-70. That doesn't help the chances of Mooers at all. That may have been some air dribbles out there that time. Way up, no. Taken off by Duquette, off the floor, as a matter of fact. Chad Van Usen going up and he's fouled by Green. Oh, they're getting him for traveling long before the foul. So it'll be Mooers taking it out with just under 2 minutes now. Want to remind you that you're watching Hometown Cable, brought to you every night at 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 1 a.m., and 9 the following morning by Hometown Cable. It's Calvin and Sam Castine. We're getting assistance here with the scorebook to my right with Justin. That's Sam and Judy's oldest son here. Did I say Sam? I meant Calvin and Judy's son right over here. Sorry there, Calvin. Foul on Steve Southwick, and Dragoon shooting, missing his first. 1:54 left. Too many Castines to mention here. We just had Sam with a son, and he don't have any of those at all, does he? Okay, here we go. 83-71. Full court press now. They're really trying to get this ball away there. Oh yeah, Lambert pushing him into the crowd. And Mike Yell will get a 1-and-1 from the foul line. Someone's selling popcorn outside and soft drink, and money coming in all directions here. I don't know who's doing this today, who's selling it, but to what benefit? The Booster Club is doing it. The NCCS Booster Club. We hope that you got your drink and your popcorn while you were here today. And a nice lob pass over to Duquette. Oh, off the backboard. It does not go in. 1:40 left. Looks like they may call a foul on Southwick. If they do, what? That may just be his fifth. And Steve don't like that. But he's running away smiling. That hurts, he says. Well, it'll hurt more when he makes the two foul shots. Gary Dragoon on the foul line. Lambert going out, and Tom Menard coming in for Mooers. Frank Dumas on the bench, Paul Rao on the bench. We didn't see Gary Rao here today at all. We think he was planning on coming last night, but we want to remind you that was postponed. That was postponed because of the bad storm, the rain, the freezing rain last night. Foul. Going to the line, Steve Southwick. He's either fouling or going to the foul line. He likes this foul, I'll bet. Didn't like the last one. It was called against him, Justin. Up and taken off by, no good, but taken off by Dragoon. Dragoon looks like it'll be taken down by Dragoon, but he loses it down below. Southwick with the ball, jump ball, possession, Rouses point, and they're playing around with it out there. Steve Southwick, Champlain Telephone Company employee, and Gary Dragoon at Dragoon's Farm Equipment. Two good sponsors of Hometown Cable. Help to bring you all these games and all the other events here on Hometown Cable, and that plus the $12 donations we get from all you people participating and who see your names on Sunday evening. If you haven't sent in your $12 yet, why don't you send $12 to Hometown Cable, Box 180 on Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, and it'll help to keep this kind of program coming to you every night. And if there's something you want to see and you haven't seen it, let Calvin know, let Sam know. Give me a call, Bob Venn, 298-3971. We'll see if we can't get it on TV for you. I can't imagine what it would be. Sam and Calvin cover just about everything there is in the North Country, and we bring you special programs on my program on Sunday night called What's Going On Here. What's going on right now is a basketball game, and that's Greg Green trying to bring the ball in from way outside. Menard not even make that Lamberton not even close. 1 minute left now. It's a 13-point lead. A lot of traveling out there by Van Heusen. Not called. Underneath to Don Cook, but it's short. Another rebound by the big man, Dragoon, for Mooers. Mooers, just a matter of score now there. You can tell they're getting tired. They're hitting the front of the rim now. There's another one by Mr. Southwick, I think, and Steve will have a chance to sit down for a while. He's going to get a chance to get his shower 42 seconds early, because that's number 6 on Steve Southwick. Going to the line is Jeff Lamberton, missing the first, and they've had plenty of chances down here in the last couple of minutes with foul shots, but they're lucky they got 2 this time, because they've been missing the 1-and-1s, and that one rolls in 84-72. And we're talking here about the player of the game will be known as the James C. Smith and Son player of the game, and it'll go to one of these players that you've seen here on the floor. The committee to pick that player, and we'll be watching for him, and we'll try to get that news out to you very quickly. That's short also. The committee can't talk very much. We're all doing something on the side right now, and but we're thinking about it, and we'll have a little vote here shortly, and be getting right back to you. There's only 18 seconds left, a 12-point lead for Rouses Point, who is going to win this ball game. Stolen, bad pass comes in, stolen by Gary Dragoon, and then there's Paul Rao with the basket. He hasn't made many today. Paul Rao, number 12, with a basket for Mooers. 8 seconds, and it's a 10-point lead. The foul is on Menard or Dragoon. We don't get any of that. Did you say Dragoon? Dragoon with the foul. He's only had a couple. Both of them have been intentional to try to get the ball back here in the end of the ball game. A clean ball player, Gary Dragoon. Gets a lot of rebounds, gets a lot of shots. He's got quite a few points, too. He has 18. Looks like he's got about 20 points in this ball game. Don Cook, they said he went over the line, not going to count. So Don Cook getting a chance to score. He's got 4 points. They say no, he went over, so he loses that point and a possibility of another. 7 seconds now as the top scorer of Moore's team takes a long shot, no good. Long shot, no good. And the final score here in the first game, Constellation game, Rouses Point 84, Moore's 74. We'll be right back to you. Okay, we just had a very quick discussion here between the three on the committee to pick the James C. Smith player of the game in that game, and it was Jim Anktil of the Rouses Point team in their brown. Jim Anktil, that's the second time for him. He was player of the year either last year or the year before. In one, he played an outstanding game, and there were a couple others in the running, but we give it to Jim Anktil. These are the ladies from NCCS and CCRS on the floor now. We'll be right back to get this game to you shortly. Bob Venn, Calvin Castine,